And here we are. Post attempt number, I don't know, 6 or 7 of fighting White Knight. As you can see, this facility got absolutely fucking wrecked. And the fact that we have only 5 employees left. Well, damn. Yeah, originally I had the last attempt recorded. Unfortunately, it didn't record. It recorded the audio, which that didn't mean shit when it comes to doing a real-time fight against this guy, but it's essentially like the previous attempt, except I had more guys alive. Because apparently, it didn't count Dan being the sole survivor of the previous attempt as a completed day. It counted the moment White Knight died. Dan apparently was considered all employees dead, despite Dan still being in the panic room and being able to be used. Anyway, from the post of it all, Drake himself actually got the wing from White Knight. On his left bag, he got Paradise Lost, giving him +10 to everything except the work speed. Well, pretty much it did everything except temperance, but you get the idea. Anyway, from killing White Knight without having to have someone confess, etc., here we got the weapon, Paradise Lost. As you can see, it literally is like a Garden of Eden based ass side of Lucifer's fucking stuff. So, you need 5 of everything to even utilize. You have to be 5 of everything in a rank to utilize this. The wielder cannot recover HP or SP from the opponent regen. Decreases the target's movement speed and recovers the wielder's HP and SP on a normal attack. The amount of damage again depends on the number of targets. Creates a shield that blocks every type of damage when performing a special attack. However, special attack only activated when the corresponding abnormality is in the facility. So we must have White Knight in the facility to do the special attack, which is a little annoying. But what can you do? Description straight up says, "Behold, you stood at the door and knocked, and it was open to you. I come from the end, and I am here to stay for but a moment. At the same time, I'm the one who kindled the light to face the world. My loved ones, who now eagerly desire the greater gifts, I will show you the most excellent way." The description on the weapon Paradise Lost. At least for the time being of this variation of Drake 2, you'll be great. Hold on to this for a bit. Straight up look at the fucking white sipping, coiling around this Abovine looking staff side, what looks to be a halo around it. That is just awesome. Anyway.
Their friendship is armored to the core. Break it down.
Anyway.
Raven. Motherfucker.
Well, I'll send George to deal with that. What a nice time that we have a good abnormality that'll just get out very easily, and then have a test dummy deal, and there's a test dummy to show what this thing does to it. Now we just play the waiting game. Anyway, we create the world by witnessing the truth, the eye of wisdom. Damn! As you can see, that's what that does to the poor son of a bitch. I thought he could do anything. Forget about the facility healing. You are life-steal incarnate. Also, you have 0.2 of every resistance while you just do mass damage to some unfortunate son of a bitch. Anyway, I showcased what that thing does. When someone's wielding it with the abnormality in the vicinity. It does get a frickin' shield on you for combat to be resistant. And absolutely just special attack, shred whoever the unfortunate person on the business end. Anyway, that's it for this playthrough. Next time we play will be the third playthrough we do on this part. The hopes of at least completing Gebra's quest suppression by the end of the third playthrough. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Until next time. Unfortunately, due to my PC being my PC, a bunch of lag is real.
He is fun to fight, but I hate how much damage it's ludicrous.
Manager ended up making his character, and he gave some equipment to himself and the new guy. And for some reason, from the previous playthrough, I selected an abnormality, and it transferred to the day one stuff. Anyway, we're gonna start. Oh boy. Anyway. New abnormality, hooray! One can only hope that Delaney remembered to bring earplugs. 118 always keeps herself in the same pose. If it weren't for her babbling, one may well believe her to be a statue. 118 doesn't even twitch, however, it seems she can feel the presence of Delaney in the containment unit. Almost seems like someone could understand what she's saying if only they were to concentrate a bit harder, but of course nobody dares to do so. Delaney knows that ignoring F-118 is the best choice. It's best to simply let her stay attached to the wall. The wall near F-118 is covered in mold, but no one cares to do anything about it. And as Azure works, 118 lets out incomprehensible mumbles. As always, her muffled whispers are incomprehensible and ignored by all. Potential work is very high. Oh can only hope that as you remember to bring earplugs, yeah. Never is in fact and die, that's funny. 118 doesn't even twitch, however, it seems she could feel the presence of Azure in the containment unit. Wall gazer. No one has ever seen Wall Gazer's face. This doesn't mean that anybody actually wants to see her face, though.
Shit, I don't want to see her face. Keep that shit around. I'd rather look at your bare ass than have to look at your hideous face.
Even though Wall Gazer hasn't moved an inch, Azure still finds her unnerving. Understandable. Her words are faint and muffled. Azure tries to concentrate on the task at hand. It's best to simply let her stay attached to the wall. Understandable. Wall gazers, the lady facing the wall. After listening to the lady facing the wall's murmurings, one can assume she is longing for someone. Azure doesn't seem to worry too much about the lady facing the wall. It's likely because she just remains by the wall no matter who enters the containment unit. Her whispering seemed to begin louder. Azure hurries to finish up their task to leave the room as soon as possible. A crossbow known as the Screaming Wedge. Hey. Well, might as well want to cover your ears. And that guy's dead too. Well. Then. I really feel bad and ashamed of these recordings. But what are we gonna do?
Yo, is Azure here?
He said he'd be right back. He was in another call.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna continue day one until I get all this stuff, and then move on. You know,
Yeah.
that's honestly what he was doing before this all crashed. Just all the bullshit that it even crashed like it did. What are we gonna do?
Shit.
I don't want to wait like 2 extra months to do this one. It's like I managed to get three people of the group here, so it's like I want to continue this. I want to try and finish this ASAP. And then it's like a nice back and forth thing that if we don't do Lob, we try and continue Darkest Dungeon. You know, Darkest Dungeon 2. I mean.
Yeah.
And then when none of those are available, me and you just continue doing Slay the Prince. I do playthroughs of Slay the Princess.
Sounds good to me.
It's kind of what I want to do, at least try to do in the weeks, but who knows? Things never always go to plan, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the stuff. Let's get out of here.
Heck, and we're still missing somebody too.
Yep, but we had to continue. The show must go on.
Yeah, it must go on, but shit.
Well, Favorite festival. I'm going Punishing Bird. Face the fear, build the future. I prefer to build the face the fear. I prefer to build the future, but you know, let's see. Future's inevitable. Blah blah blah. Anywho. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control department? Anywho. Anyway, Drake, from the original lines of like first to last and manager's boon, for this playthrough, generally speaking, Natrix would get the manager's boon, we would be last, and you be first. So, guess who's coming? Guess who's next on the next? Who's coming out? Drake. Drake. Hello, Jake. Are you there, or am I just... Whatever. I do not know if this is white, but you know, it's been a bit.
Oh, believe me, I know. I got fucking 3 shot and 2 shot the entire time. Believe me, I'm well aware.
26 to 5. In the mouth. 19 and 1. Okay, that seems to be in order. Oh shit. Huh. At least for now, I'll just hand you guys this. %50 chance to take 5 SP damage with each attack if wielders forward to improvements levels are lower than 3. I do not know why the heck is Jake cutting out so badly, but arrows going on the crossbow as if to express that the woman's dejection will never be forgotten. The sound of the projectiles splitting the air is reminiscent of her piercing scream. Those who wield this must be careful, as her hair can tangle the wielder's hands and drag them into an endless path of sorrow. Only iron-willed employees with cold blood dispositions can use this without letting the deep-rooted sorrow weave its strands around her heart.